Wow. I mean, can somebody, anybody make this one make sense? NFL playoff edition. Let's count the ways that the Chargers literally got to blow this thing up. They got to blow this thing up. Starting with that horrible football coach that they got. Look, for 2 years, I've been telling you, the guy has fallen in love with analytical nerd football. It doesn't work. He was at it again tonight, challenging a play when he may have been able to save 2 timeouts to give themselves some time at the end of the game. He challenges a call that was clearly a catch and blows a timeout. I mean, the guy, horrible. But that wasn't the worst thing. The worst thing happened last week when, for some odd reason, he's got his starters out there playing in a game that meant nothing. Literally meant nothing. Gets Mike Williams hurt, and then tried to lie and cover his tracks and say you can't manage players. I mean, just shut up. Nobody wants to hear that, Staley. So that's the first thing. He's just got to go. I mean, Herm Edwards style. Before he even gets off the football field, before he even gets to the locker room, he's got to be fired. Got to go. Now let's start talking about Justin Herbert. Look, I did. Everybody. We've all anointed him as a top 5 quarterback in this league, but I'm sorry, man. Nope, not any longer. You can't be a top 5 quarterback in the National Football League up 27-0 late in the second quarter, and you can't get that game to the finish line. I'm sorry. That's not what a top 5 quarterback does, not in this league. And we can say that Mike Williams is out. We can say whatever we want. And yeah, he does play for an awful head coach. But the bottom line, if you're a top 5 quarterback in the National Football League, you're up 27-0 late in the second quarter in the playoff, you got to be able to get it to the finish line. So I'm sorry, Herbie. I mean, not top 5. He's just not, man. He hadn't made the playoffs until this year. He finally does. And this is what you do? We were wrong. We were wrong. And then the defense, I mean, the defense is already horrible. Khalil Mack's finished. But they were single blocking Bosa for, when it counted, and Bosa was nowhere to be found. Trying to make him plays at the end didn't happen. It's time. You just got to blow this Charger thing up. Just blow the whole thing up, starting with that awful, awful analytical nerd football coach, Brandon Staley. Sorry, Chargers. You're blowing this thing up. Back to the drawing board. Can somebody, anybody, please make this make sense?